Greetings to you, fellow educators. Welcome to this video session. My name is Samuel Chukwu Emeka. In this video session, we shall compose a text page. Please, before we begin, I would like you to go back to settings and make sure that there are 9 weeks here for your 9-week class, for your 9-week period. Let's say that you are doing this course for a 9-week period. So please go back and set this for 9 weeks and set the date, probably August 12th. I just assuming we begin the first 9 weeks by August 12th. So you go to settings and you kind of have it in weekly format, and the number of weeks is 9 and the start date will be 12th August. Okay, you do that and you save changes. So kind of set it so that we can, be in uniform with the course. Okay, now we shall compose a text page. Let's do that probably on the first week. What we want to do first is to turn editing on. And once we turn editing on, we have the first week, August 12th to August 18th. We now click on add a resource, compose a text page. Now, the text page that we want to compose in this video are the rules of netiquette. Rules of netiquette. Okay, just like on the first week of school, you in a traditional classroom, you write the rules, the classroom rules for your students, and you go over with it. You go over the classroom rules with them. The same thing applies to an online classroom, and it is very, very important in an online classroom. There is a common vice that is found in an online classroom, and that is cyberbullying. We don't want that. So we want to, just write some basic rules, just like we have our classroom rules. Basic rules for discussion in the online classroom, basic rules for chatting, okay, basic rules for writing papers and submitting. So we do not need to write a summary here in the summary field. If you look at the summary field, it is a very short description of the resource. You can still write it if you want to. Please read and review the rules of netiquette for Mr. C's classroom, Mr. C's class. This summary actually will not show in the field that the students will read, but assuming they want to search it in the database, it can be searched in the database. So I made it bold and I put it at the center, and I want to probably use green. Remember, our green I think was the hexadecimal color for green was 008,000. So 8,000. Okay, so, and I probably might underline it. So it is good, just like you have your classroom rules, you write very short, simple, straight to the point rules, and then you can now discuss it with them in class. So we can just leave some space here and we write here, be positive always. Be positive always. 2, respect the privacy of others at all times. Okay, now usually in the classroom rules we want to use only positive words. Just like we have in a traditional classroom. One of the things I learned from my principal when I taught in the high school and in at the middle school, at the high school and at the middle school, was to use the positive words only when writing classroom rules. So it is also good to do such online, okay? So we don't want to say, do not do this, do not do that, you know, something like that. I don't know how your school does it, but I was told not to use negative words at all. So be positive always, and you want to observe your punctuation, respect the privacy of others at all times. 3, be sensitive to the culture, religion, gender, you know, sensitive to culture, religion, and gender. Well, gender and learning abilities of other students. Number 4, you might say avoid plagiarism always. Quote your resources always. Okay, and maybe 5, probably about 5 rules. Do your assignments and quizzes by the due dates. Okay, something like this. And after writing it, now the format, there are several formats here, and you might want to go through them. Moodle auto format, HTML format, plain text format, and markdown text format. So you might want to go through it, okay? But we will just leave it as it is, as plain text format. And for the windows, you know, you want to check new window. Now, if you click on show advanced, there are several advanced. When you click on show advanced, there are several things here. Allow the window to be resized, allow the windows to be scrolled, show directory links, show the course blocks, and the rest of them. I mean, you might just leave these settings, okay? Now, for the why I said new window is that you don't want students to leave your course, okay? When they click on the text page, you want it to open up in a new window so that when they are done with it, they can just close it. Now, if it opens up in the same window, if they accidentally close that window, then they will have to relog back into the course. Okay, so you don't want them to leave your course, your Moodle course environment. Okay, you can click on hide advanced. Then visible, you want it to always be shown. And then you click save and return to course. So we see now, once we finish that, we turn editing off. And let's switch the role as student to see how our students do see that. And here you see here it says rules of netiquette, and they click on it and it takes them to a new window and they read the rules of netiquette. Okay, they can always close this window and they are still back at the course. But if you make it to be displayed in the same window, if they mistakenly close that window, then they will leave the course. Okay, let me switch back to return my normal role. Thank you so much for listening, students, and you have a great day.